Horizontal or vertical tutoring? It's one of the biggest questions facing St Paul's students at the moment, and today on the Puma Project we interview Peter Barnard, an expert on vertical tutoring, and unpick his case why he thinks that vertical tutoring is the most beneficial for our school community. Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Barnard. So in your experience, how long does it take before schools start to see the benefits in the vertical tutoring system?
And you're going to be absolutely astonished at the answer. It really is almost instantaneously. When the tutor is confronted with same-age people for the first time, a change takes place. Now, don't ask me to pinpoint what it is, but this is what schools report back to me. And they ask, they say, the school completely changed. And they say, what happened? Now, a number of things are set in motion on the first day. And critical to that is how the tutor engages with the student, because you'd expect the students to come in sort of en masse, or we'll do an activity and all this sort of thing. No. It's quite a professional, very short meeting, but it happens incredibly quickly, really quickly.
You're pretty passionate about abandoning linear tutoring. You're even gone so far to say it's delusional for people to think otherwise. What evidence do you have to back up these pretty bold claims?
We get delusional because we receive a model of the school, and you think, well, where exactly did that model came from? And it came from the past somewhere, and it's just been handed down, and no one's ever questioned it. No one's ever questioned that when you go into a group with, say, 25 people, all the same age, what's really happening is you didn't form that group. You formed a load of subgroups. Children were sorting themselves out into, the boys following the big daft boy, the naughty girls, the bitchy girls who are looking for their next victim, the timid ones over here. They're finding their place. A lot of the brain power that we use is spent on socialization, how we deal with social situations, a huge amount. So when we put people in these groups, we're making big assumptions that that's the right thing to do.
Are there any particular benefits for the senior students in this program?
If I was a tutor, let me start there. I think one of the benefits for me as an adult, and I see life as it was meant to be, mixed-aged, older ones working with younger ones aspiring to be older ones, just as you aspire in your life to be a Sky reporter, and be out there on the front line. I mean, it's fantastic. But you're aspiring. Little ones aspire. When we talk to the little ones in schools, oh yeah, working with the older ones, yeah. They're really excited about that. It's only the older ones who've been through this system, and the system affects our behaviour. So the more we can open the system, the more we can have a system where people can be who they were meant to be and engaging with all ages. It's important.
You say that organising the group based in friendship groups is a big mistake, but what is the evidence behind this statement?
I wouldn't put them in the same age, because what tends to happen in tutor time is it's too easy to form a clique. We're friends. We've always been friends, haven't we? And so in tutor time we can sort of have a natter and talk to each other, because that's what we've done all the way through. So you want to break that up a bit. It doesn't mean I lose my friend. I'm more pleased to see you later on and share opinions with you, but I'm growing at the same time. So I don't want to create that situation where a teacher's dealing with cliques and in the room, everyone's sitting separately. I mean, that would not be good. There are times when we will sit separately. I mean, halfway through year 12, if year 12 decide to go, we will say, year 12, we've got to talk about exams now. Over here, heads down. How can we help? What's going on? This model doesn't work. Yeah? So you've got that very personal help in there. It's about ensuring that every child is known well, really well.
Speaking as a grade 11 student myself, the school is changing the leadership structure. Now the houses and the tutoring system could change too. Why on our last year should we let go of all that is familiar to us? Won't this be too disruptive, especially for our final year, which is so important?
Of course, change takes place. But what it actually reflects is that change is taking place exponentially. It's not slowing down. It's not saying, okay, hold on a minute, we'll just keep things as they are, because all that happens is it delays it and makes the change greater on in life. There is nothing that the head would do to disrupt your learning. This is the passion that drives him. It's the passion that drives everybody in this school. There is nothing he would do. If he thought for a moment that this would somehow interfere with your exam results, your lives, he would not do it. What you're asking me is, I really want to be supported through this. Is this a disruption or is this a help? Okay, I think it's a big help. I hope it's a big help. This school will get it right, I promise you that.
You say there are 2 tutors per tutor group, but who takes on the role as the main mentor for the older students and who takes on the younger ones? Do they ever swap?
What I always say is, I'm the co-tutor, I look after the rest of the kids. You make sure you're supporting that, but I need to know that that person supporting can support. Now, one of the things that happens in vertical tutoring is we choose the tutors not from a small group of staff, but from every member of staff in the school. Yep. The co-tutor could be a member of the support staff. Could easily be that. But I'm not far away. I'm just 2 yards away. I'm there all the time if I'm the expert. And sometimes we need to swap over.
Mr. Barnard, you're an expert in vertical tutoring, but true or false, you as a student, have you got vertically tutored when you were at school?
No.
So you haven't experienced the vertical tutoring as a student, but surely you've been a tutor in this program.
Yes, yeah, I was a former head teacher, so yeah, I was a tutor. I was a co-tutor. I wasn't the lead tutor. I wasn't good enough to be that. So I was a co-tutor. Do you know what that helped me do as a manager, as a leader of the school? It helped me understand the students and the school by doing the value work. The value work is done in a classroom, in tutor time, when there's an engagement between a child, student, tutor or a teacher, and later the parent.
So what are some of the top benefits for all the year levels?
I think that one of them is a rise in maturity. Everyone seemed to grow. The older students are now trusted. They're now involved in the life of other people. That's a big responsibility. I'm giving them the chance to raise their self-esteem. They can empathise. These are all big things in the school. You notice that. This is what we believe in. Networking skills, leadership skills. Instead of teaching these things that we're going to teach you to be a leader, you do them. You do them. You do them on the job because you're engaged with other people.
I hope you've enjoyed this special interview with our expert and feel more informed about the upcoming changes at St. Paul's. I'm Annabel Keir and this was News Worth Knowing on the Puma Project.